What's up, webheads? It's your friendly neighborhood frontliner, and welcome to episode 3 on the look back this week in cosplay culture. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Thanks for swinging on by, y'all. We got a lot of really dope stuff to cover this week, so let's jump into it. Let's get this rocking with the cons that we got coming up this weekend. Spanning from the USA all the way to our Great White North, I'll be covering all the cons that we got going on this weekend, touching on them briefly so you guys can get the gist of what's happening in your areas. Starting yesterday and running all the way through Sunday, we've got the Calgary Comic Expo, which is being held at the Calgary Stampede Convention Center. 4-day pass is going to run you about $110, but if you want to do each individual day, those days are going to run you between $20 to $50. There, you're going to get the chance to run into guys like Billy D. Williams, Traitor, Bob Morley, no, not that guy, the other Bob Morley, Jeremy Renner, John motherfucking Cusack, some guy named Kevin Smith, no, I'm not sure who he is. I think he did something with Batman or some shit. Couldn't have been that good. Linda Larkin, Stephen Yun, Todd McFarlane, and the man, the legend himself, Stan Lee, along with a ton of other star-studded guests. And if you guys want to keep us in the know when you're attending the con, make sure you use the hashtag SpideyQueue Hope y'all enjoy the Calgary Expo. Let's jump to the next one. For that, we're going to shoot over to Kansas City for Planet Comic Con. Held at the Kansas City Convention Center, this con is boasted as one of the biggest ones that KC throws. 3-day fast pass is going to run you about $200, and each day separately spanning the con is going to run you between $25 and $35. Walking that con across the 3 days is going to get you to see stars like the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo! Sorry. Tara Reid, who's known for her heart-melting, Oscar-worthy performances in films such like Sharknado, American Pie. Yeah, we've also got the likes of Kevin Eastman, Don Rosa, and Steven Pulara. For all of us cosplayers out there, the one and only Miss Jessica Negri. Snag some pics and some swag at this KC Con and make sure y'all have a blast. Then we've got the East Coast Comic Con in Jersey. Held at the Meadowlands Expo Center in Secaucus, Jersey. $52.50 is what's gonna cost you to enjoy the 2-day star-studded con. And if you're heading there in cosplay, I know, as if there's any other way to go to a con, right? Make sure you stop in to register for the cosplay contest, which is touting a $500 first prize giveaway. That'll be held at 6 p.m. on the Sunday, so make sure y'all are keeping eyes for it, alright? If you're looking to get your fill of guests and attractions, Hall of Famer Kevin Nash will be there, along with Don Wells, Ernie Hudson, Danny La Machete Trejo, and Tony Todd. And each one I've listed is going to be doing photo ops and signings, so make sure you get there early. Toss in the 501st Lewis Suicide and Cave Victoria for your cosplay lineup, and it's shaping up to be a pretty good time in Jersey. Jumping on over to our next con and rounding out the American cons, we've got the Philadelphia Comic Con being held at the Clarion Hotel Conference Center. Happening just this Sunday, this is Philadelphia's longest running comic convention. And at 4,500 square feet and almost over 60 vendors, it's going to be a ton of con goodness. It's only $3 to get in, and they've got hourly door crasher prizes of $100. It's an artist heavy con with special guests like Ron Wilson, Tony DeGarolamo, JG Jones, and Zach Dolan. So make sure you head on over to the con to catch some of your favorites, grab some really cool custom cover art, and some pretty awesome swag. Finishing up this segment, a hometown favorite, last but not least, the Toronto Comic Book Show. Happening this Sunday only at the Toronto Plaza Hotel, $5 is going to net you an entrance. For that $5, you are getting access to the most known comic book pop-up show in Toronto. That $5 is also going to net you an entry for a Keylight comic. And I think it's a slabbed copy of ASM 300 to be exact. There will also be an early bird draw for Batman Adventures issue 21. You gotta love the chance at free limited edition swag, eh? Kids under 12 will get them for free, and they'll get a free comic book to go along with their con experience. You'll also be able to fill up your comic book collections there, finding filler books for as low as $1. It's a favorite of Torontonians, it's a favorite of mine. Your boy might show up there, so if you are going there, make sure you keep 6. I'll want to know if you guys are heading there, so leave comments down below to let me know if you are going, or hit up the Instagram and let me know in the comments there. But that's going to sum up our cons happening for this weekend. And remember, if you're hitting up the cons and you want us to share in the experience, make sure you're heading on over to Instagram and using the SpideyQueue hashtag, or you're tagging Comic Frontline in all your posts so we can share in the adventure with you. And as always, you'll be able to find all the information you need on each con in the description down below. Moving on from that, guys, we've got our Patreon Shouts of the Week. We've got an amazing cosplayer and a beauty little Patreon that I happened to stumble over this week that I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love. Our first shout out is going to go to the awesome UNDEADDU. 32 patrons, she's becoming a rising star in the cosplay community up here in Canada. She's Canadian to the core and just as sweet as maple syrup. What, I gotta make Canada references. She offers a wide range of tiers, 7 to be exact, so that you can browse the tiers, find which one is more comfortable for you, and you can donate to help her rise even further. Tier 2 for $5 a month is going to net you access to her Patreon feed and a whole whack of other swag, which is going to include up-to-dates on her builds, cosplay time-lapses of those builds, and one free entry to her goodies raffle, which is going to offer you portraits for her cosplay, her lingerie shoots, and all the goodness that comes from those. Dig a bit deeper and you'll be able to jump into her Tier 7 for $75 a month. This will net you all the perks of the previous tiers, plus a one-on-one chat with Miss Ashley Do. Once a month, she'll set aside time for a face-to-face conversation via Skype or Google Hangouts or whatever means you guys will have. It's a cool option to have where she can personally thank her fans and talk to you guys about the cosplays that you're contributing to. And if you don't feel like chatting too much, there is another option. He also sets aside time so that she can pick you guys to the bone in Overwatch and Destiny on PS4 or on Xbox One. If you're donating into that tier, I have to remind you, always be polite, always be respectful, and always keep the conversation. Alright, and take advantage of the opportunity to get some tips and tricks from a veteran cosplayer. Ms. Do, thank you so much for letting us at the front line shout you out and letting us contribute to your booming cosplay career. Our next page that we found made the art nerd in me scream at a very awkward pitch. And that page is Printable Heroes. If you don't know about this page, being an RP player or being a tabletop gamer, that rock must still be pretty comfortable, eh? This artist makes printable and downloadable characters that you can download and print. Yeah, the artwork is insanely clean and incredible to look at while you're playing, which can be one of the best distractions while you're playing in every possible way. Going across this Patreon page, I found 5 tiers of absolute goodness. Tier 1 for $1 a month is going to give you access to the back views of the free monthly sets of minis, and it's going to give you a black and white version of those minis as well. Jump on over to Tier 5 for $10 a month and you get all the perks of the previous tiers, and you get access to the source Photoshop file so that you can edit them at your pleasure. Come on! And again, as an artist, I always give credit where credit is due. Man, is it due here. I strongly recommend you head over to that Patreon and give it a browse, and I highly doubt you're going to be disappointed. Printable Heroes, thank you so much for contributing to the tabletop and RP world. And on a personal level, thank you so much for making my Friday night D&D nights absolutely colorful and a wonderful experience to have with your miniatures. I think I'll be taking a page from your book and trying to draw out my own, so if you happen to be watching the video and if you happen to catch us on Instagram, make sure you keep eyes out for that. That's going to go ahead and wrap up our Patreons for this week, guys. As always, if you're interested in heading on over to those Patreons, the link's in the description down below. And coming off the shoutouts, as always, why don't we jump into our Cosplay of the Week. Again, I loaded up each of the male and female cosplayers I have on my Instagram and randomly pulled one from each. So without further ado, our Cosbae female, Miss Shane Carwin, and our Cosbae male, Mr. Dane Bravo. Congrats to both these amazing cosplayers for being our Cosbae of the Week, and as always, if you guys want the info on them, it's in the description down below. And next in queue, I swear one day that pun's gonna be funny. Just wait for it. Let's talk a bit about what your boys got in the works, eh? May is shaping up to be our busiest month as far as work and business and cons go. And having said that, there's going to be a ton of content coming your way for every little bit of it. I'm still working on getting my side of the Comic Frontline website done so you guys can follow the builds and start to chip in your ideas because we always love to hear them. I want to turn that place into the hub where you guys can always come in and check on what's going on, or you can vote on our vlog, or you can vote on our Cosplay of the Week, things like that to keep you guys involved. And going from that, the progress on our Anime North builds are coming beautifully. I do love a casual cosplay build. And my Aurelia Comic-Con cosplay has been finalized. I'm gonna leave that one as a surprise though until closer to the con day, or I'll probably announce it here. Maybe? So make sure y'all keep 6 for that. I've also been getting a lot of questions about suit, lenses, and face shell commissions. It's only ever been a one-off thing I've done, but if you guys are interested in something like that in the future, and when we decide to put aside some time for that, I will let you guys know on the channel. I'm also going to be jumping back into cosplay interviews, but I might be sticking to that more towards the con side, so you guys let me know what you want to see in that retrospect, and we'll go from there. But I think that's going to wrap it up for what your boys got on the go. Thank you so much. And again, if you're interested in what your boy does have on the go, check out the Instagram, check out the Comic Frontline website, and all that information is in the description down below. The video's running a little bit long and a little bit late, and I've got my friends coming by for D&D tonight, and it's going to be a kick save and a beauty. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging with me today. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're excited to see what's going to be coming up, why don't you go ahead and whip that subscribe button too. And of course, if you can think of some other people who are going to be excited to come along for the adventure, why don't you share the video, spread some love on the web. But as always, webheads, thanks for hanging. I'm SpideyQueue, TGIF, and I'll see y'all next week on the front line.